Chag Hanukkah Sameach. A happy and joyous Hanukkah to you all. Instead of the weekly Torah portion, I want to focus on the holiday of Hanukkah for this video thought. We all are pretty familiar with the story of Hanukkah. In the 2nd century BCE, the land of Israel was under the control of the Syrian Greeks, who tried to force the Jewish people to accept an alien culture and abandon their own heritage and tradition, practices, and ways. Against all odds, a small band of faithful Jews, led of course by Judah the Maccabee and his brothers, defeated one of the mightiest armies on earth, drove them out of the land, reclaimed the holy temple in Jerusalem, and rededicated it to the service of God. A remarkable story, but here is where the story gets miraculous. When the heroes, the Maccabees, went to light the sacred 7-branch candelabra, the menorah, the symbol of God's constant presence on earth, they found only a single jar of olive oil, not enough to keep the menorah lit until new oil could be prepared. A miracle happened and the oil lasted until new oil could be procured 8 days later. And thus, an 8-day celebration was born. What was the miracle? Well, for some, it's obvious. It was the oil that lasted for 8 days. For others, it's the fact that they even found 1 jar of pure oil after the temple had been desecrated for years. For me, the miracle is found in the power of the human spirit. Because when the Maccabees found that 1 jar, there wasn't enough oil. And I don't think in their minds they were thinking, hey, let's light the menorah. We have a good feeling that a miracle is about to happen. I think the Maccabees were thinking of one thing. This is our moment. They had, with the help of God, restored the temple, brought independence again for the people of Israel. The menorah being lit now was a symbol of that. The Maccabees could have said, let's wait. We will eventually have enough oil to keep it lit permanently. But the Maccabees realized that when you have an opportunity to do something, you seize that moment. My friends, that's the miracle of Hanukkah for me. It's the miracle of human beings realizing that life is always about seizing a moment. The powerful words of the great Rabbi Hillel should always be our operative thought. Hillel says, Im lo achshav, imatai. If not now, when? If there is an opportunity to perform an act of goodness, if you find a chance to do something holy, if there's a moment in your life and you can do it, like the Maccabees, why wait? Wait for what? That moment may never come again. My friends, I hope we can all learn to live that way. On this holiday season, may we celebrate, for me, the real miracle of the Hanukkah story. Not the small jar of discovered oil, and not that it lasted for 8 days. But like the Maccabees, the miracle is the power of seizing a moment. If there is someone you've been meaning to call, something you've needed to accomplish, an act of goodness, an act of generosity, you keep telling yourself you really have to get around to doing. Why are you waiting? Hillel's right. If not now, when? The story of Hanukkah reminds us that miracles happen when you seize the moment. A miracle is sometimes nothing more than being aware of the fragility of life and a willingness, therefore, to take a bold step forward. I wish you a Chag Orim Sameach, happy Hanukkah, and may we all celebrate the gift of living by living each moment.